58 Siberian Husky facts every owner should know. Number 1. Siberian Huskies have a thick double coat that can endure extremely cold temperatures, ranging from -58 to -76 degrees Fahrenheit. This coat also helps reflect heat during the summer, preventing the dogs from overheating. Number 2. Based on a research study, out of the 46 dog breeds examined, the Siberian Husky is found to have the strongest genetic link to the now extinct Taimyr wolf of North Asia. Interbreeding between the wolves and the Husky's ancestors likely aided their adaptation to Siberia's cold and challenging environment. Number 3. One popular belief is that Siberian Huskies are part wolf or that they're less domesticated because of the way they look. However, Huskies have been domesticated for centuries now, making this notion inaccurate. Number 4. Some people even think that their Husky's saliva is like wolf saliva, which has antiseptic properties. However, this is not entirely true. Although dog saliva fights bacteria, you gotta keep in mind that letting your dog give you licks might not always be the healthiest or cleanest choice. Number 5. An average male husky stands between 21 and 23.5 inches while weighing 45 to 60 pounds. Females are a little smaller, with an average height of 20 to 22 inches, weighing 35 to 50 pounds. Number 6. If the Husky is too big for you, you might want to consider the miniature Husky instead. This is the smaller version of the Husky that only stands 14 to 17 inches tall while retaining all the desirable qualities of a full-sized Husky. Number 7. In the 1930s, the USSR banned exporting Siberian dogs, including Huskies, to America. But in the same year, the American Kennel Club officially recognized the Siberian Husky breed. Number 8. The United Kennel Club recognized their first Husky in 1938, but they were recorded as the Arctic Husky. The name was not corrected to Siberian Husky until 1991. Number 9. Although black and white Husky may be the most common, your Husky can be any shade of black, gray, agouti, sable, red, and white. They could even have multiple different shades along with patterns like piebald. Number 10. Siberian Huskies cannot have a merle or brindle pattern as per their breed standard, as these patterns are associated with potential health issues and impure breeding. Merle is characterized by dark patches on a lighter background, and brindle resembles tiger stripes. Number 11. The color of a Husky's nose depends on their coat color. It's black in black, gray, sable, or agouti dogs, liver in red dogs, and black, liver, or flesh-colored in white dogs. Number 12. Some Huskies may also have a lighter colored nose due to a lack of pigmentation. This is known as snow or winter nose and is actually allowed in the show ring. Number 13. Siberian Huskies may be known for their striking blue eyes, but they can also have brown, black, or party-colored eyes. However, eyes that are set too obliquely or too close together are considered a fault in the breed standard. Number 14. In 2007, the Orthopedic Foundation for Animals ranked Siberian Huskies 143rd out of 150 breeds at a risk for hip dysplasia, with only 2% of over 15,000 Huskies showing signs of this condition. Number 15. On average, Siberian Huskies live for around 12 to 15 years. The oldest Husky on record is said to have lived for 16.5 years, although there are rumors on the internet of some Huskies even reaching 19 years of age. Number 16. Siberian Huskies don't require a ton of food, even though they can be quite big. They were bred for harsh Arctic conditions and can go without eating much for long periods of time. Occasionally, they can even skip a meal or two. Number 17. Huskies are often described as cat-like because of how clean they are. They don't have that typical doggy odor, so they rarely need a bath, and they often even lick and groom themselves like a feline does. Number 18. Siberian Huskies have a special sleeping position called the Siberian swirl, where they curl up with their fluffy tail, covering their face and nose for extra warmth. Number 19. How much Siberian Huskies shed actually varies with the climate. In warmer places, they tend to lose their fur more often compared to colder areas, where they usually have 2 shedding seasons a year. Number 20. Siberian Huskies are skillscape artists and are often compared to Harry Houdini. This is why Husky owners typically require 6-foot fences for their yards, but some Huskies can even jump over fences that are 8 feet tall. Number 21. Huskies are notorious for their siren-like howls. However, they rarely bark and often won't even alert you to intruders. This, combined with their extremely friendly nature, makes Siberian Huskies terrible watchdogs. Number 22. A Husky's howls are just as loud as they are frequent. According to some sources, a Husky's howling symphony can even be heard up to 10 miles away. Number 23. Siberian Huskies were crucial in the 1925 Serum Run to Nome, also known as the Great Race of Mercy. Around 150 sled dogs, mostly Siberian Huskies, assisted 20 mushers in delivering diphtheria antitoxin to Nome, Alaska, covering 674 miles in just 5.5 days to combat a diphtheria outbreak. Number 24. The sled dog to lead the final stretch of the Serum run to Nome was a Siberian Husky named Balto. Following the run's success, Balto became the most famous canine celebrity of the era after Rin Tin Tin, the German Shepherd. Today, you can find a statue of Balto in New York City's Central Park and the Alaskan city of Anchorage. Number 25. Balto's story inspired a 1995 animated adventure film named Balto. Although it was initially overshadowed by Toy Story, the movie's subsequent sales led to 2 sequels, Balto 2 Wolf Quest and Balto 3 Wings of Change. Number 26. Although Balto got most of the credit and fame for the Serum run, the longest and most dangerous leg of the journey had actually been covered by another Siberian Husky named Togo. Both Balto and Togo were owned and bred by the foremost breeder of Siberian sled dogs of his time, Leonhard Sapala. Number 27. Siberian Huskies still excel in sled races, but racing can increase the risk of health issues like gastric disease, bronchitis, and other airway conditions, sometimes referred to as ski asthma. Number 28. Leonhard Sapala was such an influential figure in the breeding of Siberian Huskies that the working line of Huskies are now known as Sapala Siberian sled dogs. The Siberian Huskies that most people are familiar with are actually the showline dogs. Number 29. In the US, the majority of registered Siberian Huskies are direct descendants of Leonhard Sapala's Huskies, particularly Togo. This limited genetic diversity has raised many concerns about the breed's health. Number 30. Togo's contribution was initially overshadowed by Balto, but in recent years, both Togo and his musher, Gunnar Kassin, have been acknowledged for their efforts. In 2019, Disney even released a historical adventure film called Togo, which tells the story of the brave dog. Number 31. Other movies and TV shows where Siberian Huskies make an appearance include 8 Below, Snow Dogs, Snow Buddies, and Paw Patrol. Number 32. In 2011, Time magazine even nominated Togo, the Siberian Husky, as the most heroic animal of all time. They stated that although Balto got all the credit, it was Togo who had done the lion's share of the work. Number 33. To commemorate the Serum run to Nome, the Iditarod Trail Sled Dog Race has been held annually starting in 1973. Teams of 12 to 14 dogs and their mushers need to cover a distance of 938 miles in 8 to 15 days. Number 34. Siberian Huskies are part of the Spitz family, which includes over 60 dogs that are known for their pointed ears and muzzles. So Huskies are related to well-known breeds like the Samoyed and the Pomeranian, as well as some obscure breeds like the Korean Pungsan dog and the Aboriginal Zerdava. Number 35. Siberian Huskies originate from Northeast Asia and were originally bred by the Chukchi people, a Siberian indigenous community native to the Chukchi Peninsula in Russia. They used Huskies as sled pullers and companions. Number 36. The Chukchi people often slept with their husky dogs to stay warm in the freezing Siberian nights. According to some sources, this Chukchi practice is what eventually gave rise to the phrase 3-dog night, meaning an extremely cold night where you'd need 3 dogs in bed to keep warm. Number 37. The dogs bred by the Chukchi people are now known as Chukotka sled dogs, or as the Russians call them, Chukotsky riding dog. These guys are the progenitors to modern Huskies. Number 38. There are different origin stories on the internet about the Chukchi people and their husky dogs. Some say that Chukchi viewed their huskies as spirits of the dead, while others claim that the dogs were believed to guard the gates of the afterlife. However, it's unclear if these claims are true. Number 39. Depending on how you classify them, there are actually more than 20 types of husky dogs, not just Siberian Huskies. This includes some lesser-known sled dogs like Sakhalin Husky, the Labrador Husky, and the Mackenzie River Husky. Number 40. Chukotka sled dogs were brought to Alaska in the late 19th to early 20th century to assist miners during the Klondike and Nome gold rushes. They proved to be excellent sled dogs and were extensively bred, eventually leading to the development of the Siberian Husky. Number 41. After the Gold Rush era, Siberian Huskies became popular in sled races like the All-Alaska Sweepstakes, an annual race covering over 400 miles from Nome to Kendall and back. Number 42. Sources credit Russian fur trader William Gusak as the first person to import Siberian Huskies to Alaska. In 1909, his Huskies took 3rd place in the All-Alaska Sweepstakes race, despite betting odds of 100 to 1 against them. Number 43. Due to the ridiculously high betting odds, if Gusak's team had won, it would have caused significant financial problems. This led to rumors that the competition was manipulated for him to finish 3rd with his consent. Number 44. In 1910, a team of Siberian Huskies, led by John Ironman Johnson, won the grueling All-Alaska Sweepstakes race. Throughout the following decade, Huskies dominated in sled races and secured most of the racing titles in Alaska. Number 45. The Chukchi people continue to breed Chukotka sled dogs today, although the dogs were once thought to be extinct. A DNA study from 2015 even found that these dogs are related to the Alaskan Malamute, a breed that is often confused with the Siberian Husky. Number 46. The main difference between Siberian Huskies and Alaskan Malamutes is their size. Malamutes are larger, with males being around 25 inches tall and weighing 85 pounds. They also have a more muscular build and thicker coats compared to their husky cousins. Number 47. Originally, Siberian Huskies were known as Siberian rats because of how small they are compared to their Malamute cousins. At first, mushers didn't fully believe in Huskies and even made fun of them when they participated in sled races. Number 48. Siberian Huskies have maintained a pure Siberian dog lineage, which dates back over 9,500 years to ancient dogs near Lake Baikal. This means Siberian Huskies do not have a European ancestry, unlike some other Arctic breeds like the Alaskan Husky. Number 49. During Operation High Jump of 1946-47, Rear Admiral Richard E. Byrd led an expedition to establish the Antarctic research base Little America 4. He brought around 50 Siberian Huskies with him, showcasing their usefulness to the world. Number 50. Between 1945 and 1994, the British Antarctic Survey, or BAS, also extensively used Siberian Huskies as sled dogs. To honor this service, the BAS headquarters in Cambridge has a bronze monument of a husky with a plaque displaying the names of all the sled dogs. Number 51. During the Second World War, Siberian Huskies also served in the U.S. Army as part of the Arctic Search and Rescue Unit in the Air Transport Command. Canada also assisted in training these Huskies to jump from planes and deliver supplies to downed airmen in remote areas inaccessible by motorized equipment. Number 52. Siberian Huskies became quite popular following their service as military sled dogs. In 2013, they were the 14th most popular dog breed in America, although in 2022, they dropped to the 21st rank. Number 53. Ironically, the Twilight Saga and Game of Thrones led to a huge surge in demand for Siberian Huskies as pets, despite no Siberian Huskies being used in the shows. People wanted them simply because they resembled the fictional dire wolves and werewolves. Number 54. Game of Thrones actor Jerome Flynn even urged fans to stop adopting Siberian Huskies because many of these adopted dogs were ending up in public shelters. People didn't research the breed's unique quirks before adoption and simply abandoned them when they couldn't properly care for their dogs. Number 55. Huskies are usually not aggressive towards humans. A CDC report covering the period from 1979 to 1998 found that Husky-type dogs, including at least 2 Siberian Huskies, were responsible for a maximum of 2 fatal bites every 2 years. Number 56. In Stanley Korn's list of the most intelligent dog breeds, Siberian Huskies were only ranked 77th, so some Husky breeders and owners disagreed with this ranking. They claimed that Huskies would have ranked much higher if Korn considered instinctive intelligence and adaptive intelligence as opposed to just trainability. Number 57. Siberian Huskies serve as mascots for various schools and colleges. Some of them use Husky bodysuit mascots, like Harry the Husky at the University of Washington, while others have real Husky dog mascots, like Jonathan at the University of Connecticut. At number 58, back in 1936, a Siberian Husky named Charlie won the world's strongest dog contest. Charlie reportedly managed to pull a sled that weighed over a ton, beating other dogs known for their strength like the Rottweiler and the German Shepherd. Alright folks, which of these facts were you not aware of as a Husky owner? Let us know in the comments below.